So let me say a little bit about services. We can think of services from two different viewpoints. We can think of a service from a business viewpoint. So a service is the concept of providing value to some customer, usually for some payment. And services are appearing on the web. So here we have one particular service where you can book flights. One can also book hotels, one can book holidays, and many, many other things. We can also think of services as a computational entity. So from a computational viewpoint, there's a whole stack of standards associated with services, or more technically web services, and one of them is WSDL. And WSDL is just an XML representation for describing a web service. Here's a simplified version of WSDL. So WSDL is an XML format for representing a web service where you have a number of operations to compute something. So one operation may be to add two numbers, another operation may be to multiply, and many other things. And each operation has a number of inputs and outputs. But the key thing about web services is that these computational services can be proxies for the business services. So behind any business service that you see on the web, there can be a set of computational services that represent that business. So then one can break up any organization that sells services, provides value for some money, into its constituent micro functionalities and make them computational services on the web. So that's the most interesting things about services. Now let me lastly talk about the combination of these two, so semantic web services. So pulling the various items that I've talked about before, we can come up with this vision. So the overall vision is we have the static web, where we have nearly 2 billion users now, and we have over 1 trillion pages or web resources, with tens of millions added per day. Then we can think about the semantic web, which is a machine-readable web. So now you can automate various tasks, such as search and others here, to machines. We have web services, where we provide the functionality of computation, and also that these web services can be a proxy for business services. And then we can combine the two together with semantic web services, where we're somehow automating the usage of the web. So the easiest way to think about this vision is in this diagram. So on the left, we have clients or users who have desires or tasks they want to achieve. I want to go on holiday, I want to go and see a football match, I want to go to the cinema. On the right, we have the services as offered by various companies. You can book this hotel, you can book this flight. In the middle, semantic web services mediates between the two. So you take the desire from a user, I have 2 small children, I want to go somewhere cheap and hot on holiday. Then the mediating broker finds all of the services, interoperates between them, and provides the final solution for the client or customer.